Hey guys, it's me Evelyn, and today we're going to be doing this tutorial. It is a wallpaper tutorial, very simple though, it's not that hard to do, and let's get started. So what you need to do is you're going to create a new document, file and new, and you're going to create your desktop wallpaper size. My desktop size is smaller, but I always make my wallpapers 1440 by 900 just because I like the even of the numbers in a sense. I don't know, it's just weird. And you're just going to name it wallpaper. And click OK. Now you're going to go ahead and into your photos. You're going to select two photos that you want to use. I'm going to use another Sistar member. So I'm going to go into Sistar and into the yellow and concept photos. And I think I'm going to use, let's see, Hyorin. And I'm just going to go ahead and drag it into the top. Or Hyolyn, however you want to say it. So you want to have one photo as the main background, and I'm just going to click this one here and drag it over, and it copies my, it fits my wallpaper size spot on because it is HD photo. If yours is an HD, you can go ahead and just center and then kind of match the color around. So let's just say if I were to use this one instead, and I have this here, you want to match the color around. You can easily duplicate your image and just kind of shift your edges, your image over by holding shift and just using your arrow keys to keep the same size, and then drag it under. And if the size is like that, you can just kind of blur the edge a bit to something like that so that it'll match. You get the gist. So for this here, we're going to have this image down lower, and we're going to cut around Hyorin. So what you're going to do is zoom in, grab your lasso tool, and start to select around your person, like so. So once you have your cut out, you can go ahead and click Refine Edge, and refine your edge if you are not sure if you did it correctly. Mine says so I'm going to go and do just a smidge. I'm going to do 2, I'm going to smidge by maybe 1, and then I'm going to contrast it to bring the sharpen lines a little bit more. And pull it inwards just a little bit and click OK. Then you can add a layer mask layer, and you got to see where your selection is. Mine says around, so I'm going to kind of go layer, layer mask, and hide selection so that it deletes the background and yet maintains the image. And if you need to picture your cutout up a little bit more, you can. It's really optional. I'm just going to go and do something like that. And then on my layer mask, you want black as your background color to delete. Now we're going to set this image to lighten, and we're going to kind of drag it in or something like that, so where she fits kind of hidden within the original image of Hyorin. Something like this. It's kind of cool. I kind of like this way. And if you still have a little bit of red here, you can always on your layer mask with a small round brush tool, just kind of paint so that it kind of deletes that, because we don't want it to be kind of showing here. And it's optional, but you can do whatever you want. Okay, so once that's done, you can go ahead and grab a few textures. It's really up to you. So I went ahead and opened up 3 textures. So I'm going to use this one, and this one. This one goes on last. This one goes on first. You can drag it, and you can have it right around. It's a far texture. You can use actually any texture you want. I'm going to set to right about here. I'm going to set to like, I'm not sure layer yet. Color burn maybe. Finger burn. I'll just set to overlay for now. And you're going to add a layer mask. Use your round brush tool. Make it big, not too big, and you're going to just delete on that layer mask using black to delete the edges of your image. Then we're going to use this other flowery texture one, and we're going to use our move tool, drag it over. We're going to stretch it out to fit the whole image, like so. And we're going to set that to soft light, and I'm just going to add a layer mask as well. Grab a round brush tool, and you just want to delete where it kind of colors over Hyorin, like so, because we don't want it to be fully over her. And then lastly, we're going to grab this one here, drag it over, Control T to transform, Just want to tap it to every side. Say yes, or click the check mark. So that's the color burn. We have something like here. Now underneath all the textures, you want to add a brightness to contrast just to kind of lighten Hyorin and yet kind of put the contrast down so it doesn't give it too much darkness. Then we can mess with the blending option of the first layer to see how it looks. We want it to kind of stand out. We're going to use hard light. And then just make sure it doesn't color too much of this here. So we're just going to do something like that. Now you can add a coloring PSD or make your own coloring. I'm going to add PSD. So I'm going to use this one here. And I'm just going to drag the coloring over. Make sure it's on all the layers. So something like this, and you can lower the opacity down into about 70. Next is the last one, which is text. I'm using Superfresh, and the text will be sizes 204, auto, negative 180, 100, 100, and 0, and then all caps. And then you're just going to type in Hyorin or Hyolin, however you want to spell person's name. And select OK. I'm going to make it green and set it to overlay, or maybe I'll just keep it black. White, black, green. Yeah, you want to have it underneath your coloring. It's really up to you. And we're going to do something right here. And then you're going to save it. So a simple file, save for web and devices. And then I'm just going to go JPEG, preset, you can JPEG high and then change the quality to 100 and then just click save. You're going to name it whatever you want. Mine is Hyorin Wallpaper. I'm going to click save. So once you're done, you're going to find your desktop wallpaper in the folder you saved it. Right click and set it as background. And this is what it'll look like. And you're done. I hope you guys like this tutorial. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. And I hope to have more for you guys.